You've already uploaded assets. You've already uploaded everything that they're going to need. They've pre-underwritten it and they said, based on these findings, send us the appraisal, you're approved. Would you not think that that would be a much, much better way to structure your deals? And by the way, we can close in 15 to 21 days. Oh, you can't because they have to go find a home, no problem. But when you are competing against somebody else, that is a really big deal. The industry standards are 21 to 30 days, right? 21 to 30 days. We are typically 10 to 15. 21's a good one. 10, I did a deal in 7. Kevin's on this call. We did a deal 7 days, guys. It was a VA loan. And all we needed was we ordered that appraisal the minute it went under contract. We did not wait for the inspection. We ordered the appraisal. The appraiser, they ordered a rush. Appraiser came out 3 days later, got it on the 4th day. We were ready. We had a clear to close by Friday, but we couldn't close it until Monday because the title company wasn't ready because of the survey. Right? Like that's a big deal. So you definitely want to have these conversations when you're talking to your lender, right? Another thing that you definitely want to do is, does your lenders call the listing agent? I enjoy it. And that this is the thing, and I'm really working on because I'm so used to being on the buyer side, like as a realtor. I do talk to the listing agent like, hey, my name is Scarlett Roger. I was a top producing realtor. I understand what you're going through as far as you don't want to take this thing off the market. I will personally guarantee that we have pre-underwritten this loan, that, all we need to do is get the appraisal. They start talking about, I know what I can and cannot say, right? Do they have funds to close? Well, we also, depending on the situation, sometimes you don't want to show how much money they're going to put down. If they're going to put 20% down, that is not the seller's, like, they don't need to know that, right? But sometimes you do. It just depends on every situation. And we're going to go over that with you. Every time I send a pre-approval when you're getting ready to write an offer, it's like, okay, what's the situation? Okay. Are we in a highest and best? Do you think there's going to be an appraisal problem? Because if you think there might be an appraisal problem, the last thing I want to do is show the sellers how much cash you have because there's going to be a gap, right? Now, if you don't think that there's going to be appraisal problem and you're looking at that and I pull, I go to the House Canary and pull that and you do your RPR or CMA and you're getting this thing for a really killer deal. Well, then, maybe you might want to talk about doing some waivers, right? If you feel strong about that. But we can provide the approval through our company, not just a standard letter, a bulk pre-underwritten approval that you can submit with your offer. That is going to say way more than a little letter from the buyer and seller saying, oh, we have our family and we want to buy this house. You know what? Seller doesn't give a crap about that, to be real honest. They want to know, is it going to close, right? That's what they're going to want to know. So some of those things, does anybody have anything to say about that so far? Any questions or anything about that? Anybody have an opinion? Questions? Nope. Okay, great. Now, we're also going to talk to you about structuring your file, right? A lot of times, 2-1 buy downs, I don't think that, I think permanent buy downs are better, to be honest, but if it's a situation where they're just starting their job and they're going to get this high increase, they want this house, but they only want this payment. Let's talk about that because, we do need to have the seller pay for some of that and the seller concessions, but that's a good strategy to be able to, I am seeing a lot now that people get approved for more than what they want to pay monthly, which is great because let me tell you something, in 2008, people were wanting to buy more than what they could afford. Now it's payment. They're a lot more payment conscious. So some of those strategies would be like a 2-1 buy down. You're going to want to get the seller to give some concessions. And we talk about a payment strategy, right? something that they feel comfortable. If your clients feel comfortable with their payment and they know that they're pre-underwritten, they're going in with a stronger offer, aren't they feeling a lot more confident? Because isn't confidence like half the battle with our clients sometimes? So if you're having really good upfront conversations, meaning I love to do Zooms, right? We do the approval and I'm just like, okay, we're ready to go. Let's get on a Zoom with a realtor because I'm on the Zoom talking about payment and we're structuring loans at the same time. The realtor showing in the MLS and I can say, hey, look, see this right here? That's the taxes. Your approval is based on this. If this is what the taxes are, we're great. But if they go higher, so it's a lot of education, right? If you educate them up front, when we go in to make that offer, man, we're going in with a power punch and we're able to get our people under contract and to the closing table within 15 days, right? 21 days is great. 30, we start getting bored. The other problem I have with 30, there's nothing wrong with it, but you guys do realize, one thing is you need to find out, does your lender just lock and load? Do y'all know what that means? Lock and load? That means you get under contract, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of lenders do this. You get under contract, they lock you in and they move on. Is that conservative? Yes. What happens if you happen to go under contract the day this war went out? I mean, you know how many pricing increases we got that day? So you also want to make sure, right, that if you had a 30-day offer, the rates are going to be a little bit higher because it's a longer risk. Shorter offer, shorter risk. We do watch the market. We do have that conversation in the beginning, right? What is your risk tolerance? Is your risk tolerance high, risk tolerance low? Your risk tolerance is high. Tell me where you want to be at. But let me tell you something. When I text you, you better answer, because if something shifts, like we go to war one day, crazy, the rates are going to change. Like today, we had 3 price changes today. But guess what? I was ahead of it. And my team now, I tell them, I got 11 LOs. It is not my job to manage your pipeline. I manage my own pipeline. But definitely make sure that you are working with a loan officer. I call it just lock and load is lazy, right? It means they don't want to be bothered. It is very conservative. And if someone is a conservative buyer, which you would know by understanding personality types, right? You want to make sure that you kind of talk them through that. So when we talk about clean offer, short inspection periods, how many people do 10-day inspection periods on this call? Anyone? Because 10-day inspection periods are a lender's. I love that. See, 5 days, because truly, sometimes you don't want to order that appraisal until you know it's gotten through the inspection. If you do a 10-day, 14-day inspection period, you're just pushing everything back. Unless, like in that VA deal, you want to do it right away. The shorter the inspection periods, you got to think from a seller standpoint, right? We're trying to get clean offers that are going to get accepted here, right? Short inspection period, clean financing timelines. Now, does everybody want to do, like, you got a 30-day offer, you do a 31-day financing timeline? Maybe 21, yes. If you're really fighting for it and you already know that we have a pre-underwritten bulk approval, all we need is the appraisal. Okay, Scarlett, when do you think we're going to get that appraisal back? Make a shorter financing timeline, right? And then, of course, flexible closing. On and before is always great. On or before. The stronger you can seem like you're ready to close and move in, that makes them feel more comfortable. That doesn't mean that they want to close sooner, but that is something people ask all the time. So there is a couple of other strategies that I like to talk about, cash-like strategies. Pre-underwriting, because all you need is the appraisal. That is a cash-like. Bridge loans. Everybody know what a bridge loan is? Angel Wilkerson, I hear great things about you. I'm so excited that you're on this call. So we're starting to see a lot more of the bridge loans. In fact, one of my favorite lenders is actually doing them themselves, which I love. A bridge loan would be, say you've got a seller, right? And they want to buy, but they're not quite ready to move out of their house, but they need the money from their house. So we used to back in the day do like a HELOC, right? And then maybe say all of a sudden they had a release to buy the new house. But we're not doing that now. Now people are starting to wise up. They're getting better and better. A year and a half ago, bridge loans, although I thought they were great, they were kind of ugly. They're getting better and better. As each new lender is picking them up, they're getting better. So you could actually buy a house, borrow against your old house, and not have to sell that old house for a year with some companies. And that allows a couple of things. It allows you to have the down payment for the new house. It also allows you maybe to use some cash to fix up the other house so that you can fix it up and sell it. It's a great tool, one that I'd highly recommend if you have people in that situation. All right, and then there is the recast option. Does anybody know what that is? Recast option is a really great option. Let's say people want to buy, they're going to sell their house and they're getting ready to get a lot of money and it hasn't sold yet. And I don't want to have this high of a loan. Well, within 6 months, you can do this thing called recast. And that means, say you got 100,000 from your old house and you're getting a mortgage for 300,000. You got the rate down, you don't want to refi. And this is what I do for a living. And I have clients that call me and they're talking about refi. I talk about a refi because the ultimate goal for a lot of these clients are they want to stay in their home and they want to pay their home off. Well, when you refinance, there's a big cost that goes along with it. I got an idea. Take that 100,000, how much you earning in the bank? Okay, take it, put it into your balance. So let's say you have a $300,000 loan and your payments, I'm just being hypothetical, is 2,500, and you throw $100,000 in it, right? Now you have a $200,000 loan. Your payment, it recasts the mortgage payment to the new balance, and then the payment goes down. Well, what some people do in this strategy is they keep making that payment. So they're paying down their house a lot quicker. These are just some strategies that you can talk to your clients about that's going to make them feel better about some of these offers that they're doing. Because again, if they have anxiety, if they're stressed, we're all stressed. So what I see a lot of the top agents do is structure their offers, right? You're partnering with strong lenders that understand this. Again, I'd be happy to talk to you. I do have a team of 11 Ellas. I coach lenders within our company. I know a lot of them. If you're in different places and you want some information, you definitely want to partner with a strong lender or coach your lender up to be strong, right? You definitely want to communicate early. One of the things that I always want to say, you need to be having Zooms and meetings with your lender and the client at one time as you're looking at some of these houses so that you understand payment. Anybody ever take people out and show them 50 houses only to find out that, oh my God, I didn't want to pay that payment for that house? I mean, that is difficult. So, the sooner that you can get everybody on the same page, you're better. Some common mistakes. Okay, I know people that want a pre-qual same day. Is it reasonable that you can tell me what your income is, you can tell me what your debt is, and I can write you a pre-qual right now based off that information? It doesn't mean anything. A pre-approval, okay, we pull credit, we've looked at your income, we've looked at your debt. We basically say, based on this information, we've run it through what they call AUS, automated underwriting, right? Kind of looked at stuff. The lender doesn't call a listing agent. Your lender needs to be on the front end calling that listing agent, sending a video. I love videos. Hey, John Doe, this is Scott Roger, addressing that realtor with my face, talking about the client, and then saying, hey, give me a call back. because people may not want to answer the phone, but a video text is really good. Long timelines, people don't want a long timeline. 21 days or less, people, 21 days or less. And not having a strategy on how we're going to get this done is a lot of the reasons why offers aren't getting accepted. Why did a lower offer win? If it was pre-written, it can close, like say somebody submits an offer and it's pre-qual and it's a 45-day close and the realtor didn't even pick up the phone and call. I mean, don't you guys pick up the phone and call before you make an offer? I mean, right? So pick up the phone, go over the offer, communicate with them, have your lender pick up the phone, do a video text. I used to just pick up the phone and call, and I would see updates on video text, and Ellie was like, girl, have you ever thought about sending the video text with the offer? And I thought, I love that, because people sometimes, they don't want to, they're talking to all these people. They don't want to answer their phone, but they're going to watch that and they're going to remember that. Strong communication. Pre-underwrite, fast closings, and communication. Guys, that is the win. That is the formula for win. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? You want to pick my brain at all? Anyone? Hello, hello. Oh, someone said yes. What are the rates on the average? That's a great question. So they were about, I think they started off at like 8%, and then after 1 year they went to 12%. But I guarantee that now that these other big lenders like UWM are picking them up, that we would see them in the 7s for sure. They were almost, when they first came out, I thought, oh, this is really great. And once I started looking into them, I couldn't within good consciousness. In fact, Sandra had a client that we looked at, and if somebody closes a loan and then pays it off within 6 months, I have to personally pay it back. And I took that risk because I didn't believe in them, but they really have. Those bridge loans have really shifted. So if you want any more information on bridge loans or anything like that, you can just I think that is my QR code to book a call, or text me bridge loan at 813-900-5917. I can get you information on that. I understand people have their lenders that they work with, and I completely respect that. But if you ever, have any questions or anything I can do to help any of them, or like I said, I've got a team of 11 LOs, got a great, one of the best. Actually, she's the 5th top LO within our company, and we're the largest mortgage brokers in the United States, right here in Tampa, Spanish speaking. So if you have any Spanish speaking clients that you need help with or anything like that, we can assist you. All right. So if anyone doesn't have any, well, that QR went to the registration page. How weird is that? That's jacked up. That must have been a team error. Okay, 813-900-5917. 813-900-5917. My lender updates the seller's agents. Well, thank you, Kevin. So 813-900-5917. All righty, guys. Well, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you guys more. You guys are with a great team, and super excited. I finally get to actually be on a call with Angel Wilkerson. Your ears must have been burning the other day. Some ladies that do your open houses were talking to me. Thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, well, that's awesome to hear.
Awesome to hear. Right. Oh, there you are. Hello.
I'm sorry, I
So
was in the
yes.
car, so. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Oh, Carmen. Carmen.
Oh, yeah, Carmen. Yes, yes. She was doing some open houses for us in one of our Terracea properties.
I
Yeah.
love that. I was making flyers and doing some stuff with Ellie, and she was
Oh,
telling me that
hold
she,
on. Do I have you on mute? What's happening?
can you hear me? Maybe I'm
Oh, now I
muted.
can hear you. Sorry. Okay.
No, I was just, I was at a thing Vince was doing and I was making Ellie flyers for, she had an open house on Wednesday at
Oh,
another
okay.
con. And so she was just excited that she was working with you and I thought that was awesome.
Oh, well,
Great lady.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, this was great information. Thank you so much. I would normally be chiming in more, but I was driving and listening and, trying not to crash.
yeah, right. Right. Well, I appreciate you guys being here and I'm excited. Who else going to a whiskey cake on Tuesday?
Oh, I'll be in the Caribbean. I'll have to
Oh,
miss it.
dang. Must be nice.
I know, I know. I won't be there, but I would have been there had I been in town for sure.
Awesome. Well, I look forward. I think I met you maybe Christmas or something like that in
I
the
think
office.
so. I think so. Yeah, good to see you
So very,
again.
very good to see you too. Well, if y'all have any questions or anything I can do, let me know. And I appreciate y'all being here. And it looks like a couple other people logged out. So I guess we are done for the night.
Well, thank
30
you
minute
so
call. How long
much.
do they
We
usually
appreciate it.
last?
How long do they normally last?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they go to 7:30.
Okay. Well,
7:15, 7:30.
maybe I just ran mine pretty quick. Well,
You're
that's
too
good.
efficient.
I just get it done, right? I'm like,
That's right.
there we go, there we go. No need to continue it on. Well, y'all have a great night and I will see everybody later. I appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.